Hi, everybody. Good morning. So I just want to go through a few things with you. I have posted some tools in the group, and I just want to go over them with all of you. But first, I'm going to kind of unbox the 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme, just so you guys can see everything that's and explain everything that's come into your life here. So you would first notice that you've got your Shakeology. So this would either be a box or a bag, depending on what you chose. So the next thing you would notice is these funky little containers. So these are your containers, and these are going to be your best friends through all of this. So you've got your purple for your fruit, got your green for your veggies, yellow for the carbs, red for the protein, blue for your healthy fats and oils or your cheeses, and then you get 2 orange ones. And I know everybody's going, hey, I only got 1 orange container a day, so why do I got 2? Well, I believe the reason why they gave you 2 is because this is a lot of dressing to put on 1 salad. So I believe they've given you 2 so you can break it up, so that way if you're taking a salad for lunch, you have 1, and then you're taking a salad for dinner, you have 2. So that is why you've got 2, just for convenience sake, I believe. So in each of your boxes, you are going to have these guys talking about your t-shirt that you can get for completing the 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme. Totally take advantage of this. I've got the 21 Day Fix. I haven't got my Extreme yet, but I have got my 21 Day Fix. Now, they give you a before and after photo lesson as well. I'll be putting a video in the group too, so you guys can see that. And you would have gotten this handy little Beachbody Challenge reminder. You never know. You could win cash. There have been winners. And ultimately, at the end of the year, you could win $1 million too. So definitely take advantage of that. So you would have gotten either your start here for the fix or your competition to meal plan or competition to countdown for your 21 Day Fix. These little pamphlets are really cool. They give you your calorie counts. They give you your workout schedule. But I've posted one in the group for you. They just give you an easy way to get started. They also give you a 3-day quick fix, or they give you the competition to meal plan for the 21 Day Fix Extreme. It's a great way to get your body started. You also would end up with your workout DVDs. This is for the fix, the 21 Day Fix Extreme. You get your bonus CD too. You would get, for the 21 Day Fix, you would get the Plilo Fix. And then for the Fix Extreme, you would get the Fix Challenge. So those are in there as well. Then comes the greatest things that's going to be in your life, your little Bibles. These books are going to be your best friend because they spell everything out for you. Now for this meal plan or this challenge, I'm going to be supplying your meal plans, but the books are what puts everything together. On page 4 is where you would do your little calculation to figure out what your container count is. And then you would go to page 19, I believe, to the chart. And the chart will tell you exactly what container count. You would match your answer to your equation here, and that would tell you what container count you get per day. Most of you have already figured that out for me, so thank you very much for that, because if I didn't have to do a meal plan for every single thing, that's kind of better for me, right? So I just wanted to be a little more aware of where you guys all are at. So I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to go through the tools that I posted in the group today. just so you guys can understand how to use them and how they're going to help you, okay? So here's the group. And I'll just run down to the bottom and I'll work my way back up. So first thing is, now you would download these to download on your computer. I've already got them on my computer, so I'm just going to push preview. So this first one, the container cheat sheet, is just a handy thing to hang on your fridge if you're on the go to know what goes in the container. It's a great tool to take shopping with you too, just so you can get your shopping done and know what you're buying for each container as well. So that's just a little cheat sheet to give you a heads up and help you to put everything together. So the next thing is the weekly meal tracker. This handy little thing is so cool. Now I am planning your meal plans for you, but I still want you to use these, and I still want you to get used to tracking and documenting your meal plan. So please still mark everything down that you've eaten. The way to be accountable with your meal plan is to write everything down. So that is why I want you to continue. So I'm just going to put mine in here. And then I'll show you how to put it together. Now, like I said, I'm putting your meal plan together, but eventually you're going to be doing this on your own. So I want you to know how I kind of plan out my day. So I generally do my workout first thing in the morning, and then I have my Shakeology right after. So my meal one is always my Shakeology, and I put a frozen fruit container in there. So that would take out my one of my purples, and that would take out my red. You can put coconut oil in as well. I do sometimes, and I don't sometimes. So for today, I'm not gonna. Then I would, after I've done my workout, had my shake, I go have my shower, that kind of stuff, and then I put my meals together for the day. And I tend to have like a second breakfast. I know Shakeology should be your breakfast, but Shakeology for me, because I'm a diabetic, after my workout, I need that burst of food and healthy nutrition right after my workouts to replace what I've lost during my workout for blood sugars and stuff. So I tend to need that second breakfast before I go to work, just to keep my sugars going, because my shake basically replaces what I've burnt. So my second meal of the day is always my breakfast, and I usually end up having, I tend to stick to the same thing. I've never gotten bored with it. I've been doing this since August, and I've basically had the same breakfast every morning. I switch up the veggies that I always put in it, but I've done oatmeal, I've done all of that stuff too, but I tend to really like my eggs in the morning. So I have 2 eggs scrambled up, and I put a green of veggies in there, and then I have a toast. And I generally put a half blue of cheese, of just shredded cheese on my eggs as well. So that would take out a green, that would take out a red for the eggs, and that would take out a yellow for the toast. I'm going to mark, oh, sorry guys, it's been a long week and I'm pretty tired this morning. So I generally mark half for this because I usually write my note, but I'll just mark it here and we'll just know that the other half will be used later. And then I use 1 teaspoon for the butter or natural peanut butter for my toast. So my meal 3 is generally my snack in the morning. And I generally try to have most of my carbs in the morning. So I would put another piece of toast, or I tend to do a peanut butter wrap with banana, something that, but I have a second carb for my snack. And then for bananas, it says in the book to have a half of a large banana. What I generally do when I buy my bananas, wow, I can't speak this morning, is I buy the smallest bananas I can find. So that way, I make sure that it's probably about the size of a large or half a large banana, and because I hate cutting them in half and leaving half the banana, it kind of tends to get all ucky and it just ucks me out. So I tend to do just a very small banana, so that way I can have the whole banana. So I would generally do, like I said, either a peanut butter wrap or a toast with peanut butter on it. So that would take that would take out yellow, it would take out a teaspoon, and it would take out a purple. So for my lunch, you guys all saw that I have, I've always cook and freeze all my lunch foods. So let's say today we're gonna have the chicken, rice, and veggie combo. Okay, so that would take out a green. That would take out a red, and that would take out a yellow. And I tend to put a teaspoon of coconut oil or even butter in there. I always use butter, never use margarine, because butter, you can read the ingredients. For anything that I use for this meal plan, I try to make it as clean as possible. So I tend to only use stuff that I can actually read and understand every ingredient in it. I generally put a salad with this too. Now, in writing, I can write that I use 3 greens, but in this, I can only cross them off. So I'm going to cross off a green here and cross off a green here. My lunch tends to be my biggest meal. I tend to not get home to make supper and get supper made to eat until around 6 or 7. So it's getting a little late in the evening to be able to eat a big, huge meal. So I tend to always make lunch my biggest meal, so I have time to burn some of it off before the end of the day. So I tend to always have a salad in one of my dishes. My salads consist of a green of lettuce or spinach, and then a green of the chopped up veggies that go with it. For my dressings, I tend to use only half of an orange for my dressing. And then for my supper, I'll have veggies too, and I tend to use like the other half because I like to drizzle a little bit of dressing on my veggies. Now for dressings, the books have dressings in that you can make homemade dressings. I've tried them all and I don't mind them, and I do make them every once in a while. But for me, for the most part, for convenience sake, because I work 5 days a week, I will also Rose's, the spices my daughter sells, make really good dressings and dips up too. So I will use them also to make my dressings. Or what I have found, I kind of generally stick to 100 calories or less for a dressing, and I tend to always go to the dressings, like I said, if you can read the direction or the ingredients and you can understand everything that's in it, that's the dressing that you want. So I tend to stick to the gourmet dressings, you know, the ones by the salads. And Lighthouse and Bolthouse, I just noticed, came out with some brand new dressings that are made with Greek yogurt. So I tend to lean towards those too. And I found like a mango chipotle one, and I found like the new Lighthouse ones, the OPA jars. They have like 20 calories per serving. So these little orange guys are about a tablespoon, which is about a serving for those dressings. So those are the dressings that I go with when I'm kind of lazy and don't feel like making my own dressing. So I tend to always have about a half an orange container on my salad and then a half orange container on my veggie at night. Okay, so meal 5. I generally always enjoy Greek yogurt and fruit for that afternoon snack. And I know a lot of you can maybe fight with the taste of Greek yogurt, but I generally put some cinnamon in it. I've got a couple good spice blends, like I said, with the spices that my daughter sells. Most of her spices are organic and gluten-free and preservative-free and really, really good. So I have pretty much replaced most of my seasonings with that, except for the Mrs. Dash seasonings. So I usually do Greek yogurt and fruit, and I will spice up the Greek yogurt. And I also sneak in probably about a teaspoon of agave nectar. Agave nectar or stevia, your body breaks down those sugars a lot easier because they're natural sugars. You can use natural honey too, but it's a little more higher in the sugar content. So even though it's not a fat or oil, I generally always count my agave nectar as one of my teaspoons. And so this snack would take out a red again and take out a purple, and I would take out a teaspoon for it. So that would leave us with 1 green for supper. That would leave us with 1 red for supper and 1 yellow for supper, and then a teaspoon for supper. So with this is the meal that I tend to cook at the end of the day. I tend to get a little creative sometimes, and if I have to save some containers throughout the day to be able to eat what I cook, then that's what I do. But most times I do like a rice or a potato, and I do like a meat, and then I do like a vegetable. Just simple, light supper. So today, let's say we had rice and pork chops. Now for the pork chops, I always buy the boneless, skinless, and if there's any extra visible fat on them, I cut that off as well. So I tend to, I've measured it out, and I tend to use 2 of those little boneless, skinless pork chops as a dinner for 4 ounces. And then let's say we'd have asparagus that day. So that would count as your green, that would count as your red, that would count as your yellow, and then coconut oil or butter on your rice and asparagus. That would take your last teaspoon out. So there we have it. We have 5 green, we have 3 purple, we have 5 red, we have 4 yellow, we have a blue, we have an orange, and we have 5 teaspoons. Now, for the water content underneath here, I tend to use the Contigo water jugs. You can buy 3 of them at Costco for like 20 bucks, so they're pretty cheap. Those little Contigo water jugs, I have found as the easiest way to keep track of my water intake per day. Now, my rule for water, because I am a diabetic, I have PCOS and a thyroid disorder, it's really important that I get my water in. I retain water when I don't drink enough water. I know that sounds stupid because I'm not putting water in, so why should I retain it? But I do. So my body craves and really needs the water per day. So my rule for water is what I generally do is I take my body weight, I slice her in half, and that's the ounces of water I have in a day. So my ounces of water right at this moment are about 120 ounces. So I generally have 5 of those Contigo glasses in a day. Each of those glasses count as 24 ounces, which is 3 8-ounce glasses of water a day. So for this, I try to take out 5 of these 6 boxes per day. If I have all 6, the more water in me, the more I'm going to pee in the day. But that's how I keep track of my water. It works for me. That's what I do. So that's how you would use this meal tracker. So the next tool that I have posted in the group is our measurement tracker. This is a really handy, cool tool. and I really, really like it. So this tool here will help you to keep track of your measurements per round. At the bottom, the total inches and total pounds lost, that's after you mark everything in, that would be how you would tally everything at the end. So your before weight, then your after weight, and then you would know how many pounds you've lost. All your measurements, the sheet shows you exactly where to measure on your body, and you would mark your before and then your after. To figure out your total inches, it would be total inches off your body. So if you've lost 2 inches, or let's say an inch on each arm, you've lost 2 inches on your chest, 3 inches on your waist, that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches off your body. Your hips, you lost 2 more, that would be 9. You lost an inch off each of the thighs, 10, 11. That would be 11 total inches off your body in a round. That's how you count your inches. And then your pounds, that's self-sufficient. So that's how you would use this measurement tracker. The next is your workout schedule. The book, the little pamphlets that come with your book give you a workout schedule, but I have the 21-day fix. Now, I don't have one made up for the extreme, but I do have this 21-day fix one. So this is a kind of a handy one to hang on your fridge. That way it reminded me, I hung it on my fridge, and that reminded me to do my workout every day, and then I would just cross it off. But it also, it's really handy if you have it on your phone or whatever. There you go, you're done your upper fix. So that's really handy too. Now, this little page you would notice, let me just make this a little smaller. Now you would notice that there are 4 weeks marked here. So we can do one of 2 things. Because this is a 30-day challenge, there's 4 weeks in this month. So you can do 3 weeks of this and then do an optional double weeks for the last week of the month. That's how I suggest you doing the 30-day challenge. And that's how I always did the 30-day challenge. Now, if you're going to make it just 21 days, like the plan is made, and I've done it too. I've done my rounds 2 different ways. If I was in a 30-day challenge group, I did it the 30 days, which I did all 4 weeks. If I was in a 21-day challenge group, because I've been in both, I did the first 2 weeks regular, and then the optionals double week. I substituted this week for this week. You can do any way you want. You can just do the 3 weeks the way the 3 weeks are planned. You can flip the double options week into your last week. You can do all 30 days. Total entirely up to you. This is your plan. This is your body. This is your challenge. For the doubles week, what I suggest doing is your workout in the morning and then your workout in the evening. The reason why I suggest that is because it gives your body time to recover from the workout during the day. If you want to challenge yourself and do it all at once, have at her. It's your, like I said, your challenge, your body, your choice. This is a really, really, really cool tool, and I really, really, really depended on it throughout my challenges. Now, I have done about 7 rounds of the fix all of together. And I have used this meal plan even when I did P90. I'm thinking of tackling T25 here shortly. So my meal plan, I've taken to, I'll use the 21-day fix meal plan probably forever, just because the containers help me. They make it so easy. And I know what I'm doing with this meal plan, and it's working for me. So I will continue with it. So what I did was with this, it's a really good read. I have just spelt it all out for you. I have given you a shopping guide to go per container to let you know just the important ways to buy things and what to look for, and just some tips and tricks per meal plan and how to put it all together. So that is the other read there. So those are the tips and tricks that I put in the thing today. You can download them, print them out, you can keep them on your computer and edit them on your computer. Whatever you choose to do, that's what you can do. I am working on the meal plans. This has been a pretty busy week with me talking on my first team call yesterday. Still dealing with my hurt little pupper there from the dog fight 2 weeks ago. It's been a busy week, but no excuses. I will get the meal plans. I will post them tonight. I am working 10:30 to 7 today, so I will post them after I get home tonight. Thank you guys for letting me, for giving me the container counts, because it's going to make it easier for me. Instead of doing a container count that no one's using, I'll be able to just do the meal plans for the container counts that I need. So that kind of frees it up a little bit. So that's really cool and handy. Now for this first week of meal plan, I am going to tell you that it is going to be a little keep it simple meal plan. I don't want to overwhelm you with a bunch of different recipes and all of this big, huge stuff for the first week. So this first week is just going to be, it might be a little boring, not going to lie. Might be a little boring, might be a little bland, but I promise you that I will step up my game throughout this 1 month challenge, and I will make it a little more vibrant for the rest of the challenge. But this first week, I just wanted to get you guys into the meal plan. I wanted you to nail your nutrition for the week. So I made it pretty simple and straightforward and boring, basically. But I wanted to apologize for that, because I do know that everyone loves their food, but this is the way that I want to show you and teach you that you don't have to be scared of all these little containers, because they're going to be your best friend, I promise. So have a great day, everybody, and I will see you in the group. I will get the meal plans posted tonight. Stay tuned. Make sure that you guys are working with these tools today and getting yourselves organized, so that way we can get you guys all prepared for Monday when everything starts. Have a great day.